Good evening, basketball fans. We're here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. I'm Mike Bushman, along with Noah Pratt and Steve Stricker, bringing you the ladies' bell game tonight, Culver Cavaliers versus the Argos Dragons. And looking for, as always, a spirited contest when we face our Marshall County rivals here.
Yeah, Mike, this is the fourth bell game here for the girls. Of course, the boys' bell has been played versus Argos and Culver for almost 40 years now. And it was something that the inventor of the bell game decided that it was time to have a game for the girls as well. And as of now, the first three all went to the Lady Dragons.
Yep.
And it ought to be a good contest here this year. The Lady Cavs program is really up and coming under Coach Shedrow. They're playing much better than they have for a couple years, honestly. The Lady Dragons are very young this year. First-year coach Dan Dewar, and he's really working these girls hard, and they're doing well. They've won pretty much the games that you thought they should win, and they've struggled in a couple that you kind of figured they would. Winnemac and North Judson being the two that really put the hurt on to the Lady Dragons. And so if you want, we can go ahead and meet our teams. Let's start out with the visitors from Argos High School. And it's in the advertisements there.
I don't see it there. Oh, I see it now.
There. And let's meet your Lady Dragons.
Shandell Parker, number 32, senior forward.
Kaylee Carlton, number 50, senior forward.
Cagney Hoffman, number 20, junior guard.
More time.
Macy Morris, number 42, junior forward. Ashley Barlow, 44, sophomore center.
Go.
Emma Swathwood, number 30, sophomore guard. Sydney Shepard, number 12, sophomore guard.
Go.
Maddie Vanderweel, number 22, sophomore forward.
Madison Vargas, number 14, sophomore guard.
Okay.
Lizzie Edmonds, number 40, freshman center.
Okay.
There you go. All right, we'll take a minute now to meet our Lady Cavaliers.
Alyssa Bailey, number 40, senior post.
Kenzie Binkley, number 10, junior guard.
Emily Solstad, number 50, senior post.
Serena Eckwright, number 21, junior guard.
Alex Temmie, number 32, junior guard. Lily Hayes, 31, junior center.
Sarah Walters, number 44, junior center.
Haley Howard, 20, sophomore forward.
Maddie Shedrow, number 30, sophomore guard.
Lizzie Pugh, number 51, freshman guard.
Kenzie Banks, 52, freshman forward.
Alina Pizer, number 52, freshman forward.
Savannah Barnes, 42, freshman forward.
All right, back here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium, and I'll say just as far as the Lady Cavs go, they've only won one game and have had some tough goes, played some good teams too. I know they lost a heartbreaker at Pioneer, but for the games I've been able to watch, I think 3 or 4 of them, and if nothing else, they're a gritty team that gets on the floor, gets in your face, a real hard time putting the ball in the basket. The number of layups that we've missed and bunnies near the basket and stuff like that is unbelievable. But as is the unbelievable how much they'll dive on the floor, get in people's faces playing defense, try to go for rebounds, that sort of stuff. So, look, as always, Culver versus Argos, no matter what kind of ball you're rolling out there, it's always a spirited competition.
Yeah, you see that a lot in the fall with the soccer matches between the two schools. You see that in the boys' bell game all the time. You can have one team that's only lost a couple games, and the other team only won a couple games, and it does not matter. And,
oh, yeah.
I've watched this Culver team play several games this year as, we've added Culver to our roster here at RTC TV4. And, they had a tough game in the opener against the Culver Girls Academy. Ended up losing that one 30-34.
Yeah,
that was a battle. I mean, they had an opportunity there where the academy looked like they were going to pull away. And the Lady Cavs, they came back and fought back and did not give up, and that's a testament to Coach Shedrow and the girls. And then they won their second game against South Bend Trinity. had a tough string, some tough opponents. You know, La Crosse, South Central, both very good opponents. Yep. And both potential sectional matchup opponents.
Right. Winamac, a good team too.
Winamac.
And they really, first half really, I think, frustrated Winamac with their peskiness. They're running up and down the floor. I think Winamac kept trying to press and literally and figuratively. They were pressing on defense and offensively just trying to press and get some shots up and really bury the Lady Cavs hard and fast and early, and it just wasn't quite working out. And then and much like the Academy game, just missed some layups, missed some bunnies, and then the third quarter snowballed on them and it got out of hand.
Winamac is a very good team, and they proved that against the Lady Dragons. Really put a hurting on to the young Lady Dragons. And, you know, they went into halftime down there at Winamac with a 28-1 score. So, yeah, Winamac is a tough team. That Pioneer game, that was kind of one of them that Coach Shedrow probably, you know, thought kind of got away from them there. It was Definitely. One of those that they could have won.
I think we were leading it by 1 at the third quarter.
Yeah, a good fourth quarter, came back and, you know, ended up winning that one by 7. On the Lady Dragons side of things, they come in at 3-3 under Coach Dan Dewar. They won pretty easily against Caston in the opener. Bethany Christian, a good team, got them in the second game. That was one that you probably would look at thinking that maybe the Lady Dragons can get. And then come back and got the home opener against the Lady Trojans. That was a good game for the Lady Dragons, coming back and winning that one in overtime. Then we talked about it. It was the at Winamac versus Judson. Those were both tough games for the Lady Dragons. Come back and got a win against Jimtown on Saturday, and looking to go into the Thanksgiving break over 500 if they can win here tonight against the Lady Cavs. So we're getting set to go. And we got about a minute and a half here. We're going to go into the couple advertisements here. I want to thank some of our fine sponsors here for RTC TV4. We'll be back here in a moment.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
And appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, welcome back here to John R. Nelson Gymnasium. We're getting set with the starting lineups. We're going to get our national anthem and get set to go here for the 4th annual bell game between the Argos Lady Dragons, your visitors on the scoreboard, and the Culver Lady Cavaliers, your home team here this evening. Thank everybody for tuning in to RTC TV4, and thank everybody for a wonderful season. We just finished up our football coverage last Friday night with a championship, semi-state championship for the Pioneer Panthers, another one of your new schools here on RTC TV4. So firing on all cylinders as we get into the basketball season. Boys getting started tonight. We've got Caston playing down at Caston, so that's on RTC4 and RTC TV4. And then we also have the Rochester Zebras hosting Lewis Cass in girls action tonight. So the Cavaliers under Coach Tom Kruger going to go down to Rochester tomorrow night to open up boys action for the Culver and Rochester teams. And the cheerleaders getting everybody up and ready and rowdy here. It's a good atmosphere, great crowd here tonight at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. And going to have our national anthem and get our starting lineups.
by the Zone Sports Complex in Northern Indiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to John R. Nelson Gymnasium and tonight's 2018 Ladies Bell Game with the visiting Argos Dragons and your Culver Community Cavaliers.
All righty, we're going to get some starters here for the two teams. Going to start off with the visitors from down Highway 10, Argos, Indiana. Of course, I got a little affinity to the Lady Dragons. Kids go there and don't have any on the team this year. But still have one in school down there, so going to have number 11, Cagney Hoffman. And number 22, Vanderweel. 34, Morgan Dunlap. Number 40, Lizzie Edmonds. And number 50, Kaylee Carlton. Hear the bell. Lady Dragons hold the bell for all 3 seasons that it's been in existence for the girls, trying to keep it in Argos. And now your home squad, your Culver Lady Cavaliers. A junior, number 10, Kenzie Binkley. Another junior, 5 foot 5 inches tall, number 21, Serena Eckrite. A 5'5" sophomore wearing number 30, Madison Shedrow. A 5'8" junior wearing number 31, Lily Hayes. And rounding out the lineup for the Culver Lady Cavaliers, a 5'8" junior wearing number 32, Alex Temmie. All right, Mike, you've got some stuff coming up here with a charity event. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. There's a Mr. Lute, Alex Lute, has put together a nice little trip for the kids to go out to Costa Rica and get a kind of a cultural immersion kind of a experience. And they're going to be doing a donkey basketball game on December 1st here at Culver. And their tickets for that are, let's see here, $6 in advance, $8 at the door. They have a team made up of either students or people the students have gotten to ride for them. And then a faculty team. I'll be riding for the faculty team, as a matter of fact, along with several other Culver community staff members, teachers, coaches, etc. Also have a community team and a service team, the EMTs and firefighters, that sort of thing. I don't know if you've ever been involved with the donkey basketball, but it's a good time, and I've done it before. I've watched it before. It's always they do a good job, put on a good show. They're also having a dinner beforehand, supposedly authentic Costa Rican cuisine prior to donkey basketball. Tickets for that are $7 in advance and $10 at the door. Again, those proceeds go to support the Costa Rican trip for the Culver Community High School students.
All right, so Dunlap gets the steal. Eckrite gets called on the foul. They're going to say that's on the floor, so it'll be Lady Dragons ball out of bounds, baseline left. Hoffman's going to inbound it here for the Lady Dragons. Gets it up top to Dunlap. Inside to Carlton, and they're going to get Temmie from back. That looked like a little bit of a touch foul. Kind of setting the tone here. That's going to be Temmie's first. It'll be the second foul on the Lady Cavs here early.
Yeah, it's going to be trouble for the Lady Cavs if they're calling the game that tight, because they're definitely they're one of their MOs is to get physical and
Dunlap
play
misses
rough.
there on the 3. The offensive rebound, and there is a 3 put back in for Maddie Vanderweel. Gets the Lady Dragons on the board here with 7:09 left in the first quarter. Little full court pressure here by the Lady Dragons, and a nice pass inside. Oh, there you got Vanderweel, and that's going to be her second. She got a early foul there, Mike, that they called on her.
Well, I'll say they're calling this balanced because in both cases, I think that's just kind of, to me, that's just basketball. You run into people, you go after the, I think Kenzie was more out of control, but we'll take it.
Vanderweel, she's got 2. Edmonds was close there on an over the back. Dunlap gets it. She's going to bring it up here quickly. Gets it over to Hoffman. Hoffman's going to take a 3 on the corner off the mark. And the rebound to Binkley. So the Cavs coming back up the floor here. Shedrow.
Gonna have a little more offense than we did last time here.
And another foul.
Not letting them play. Not letting them play tonight.
And that's Vanderweel's 3rd foul with 6:38 left in the first. Don't think we'll see her much the rest of the half, Mike. Oh, my goodness.
Team foul number 3, too. It won't be long for
at that rate right there. And Vanderweel, the only scorer of the game, so she's got to take a seat. Chandel Parker, the senior, number 32, checks in here for the Lady Dragons.
So we got
some high pressure there by Hoffman. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it'll be
2-1-2 here out of the Dragons.
Yeah,
around a little zone.
You'll see a lot of zone from the Lady Dragons. You're going to see a lot of pressure. Coach Dewar kind of incorporating some new stuff, but Lady Dragons have been known for their zone. Temmie with a nice little step through, but misses on the shot.
Having a rough time finishing. It's been the case all year.
Hoffman brings it across. Hoffman, a junior. She's getting some extended starting this year. There's Dunlap, puts it in for 2. Gives the Dragons a 5-0 lead with 6:11 left.
Oh, right idea.
And there's a turnover for the Lady Cavs.
That's tough.
So a couple turnovers now for the Lady Cavs. Dunlap brings it across the timeline. Binkley working on her. Kicks it out. Hoffman's going to try a 3 off the mark.
And another foul over there.
And they're going to get a push on Shedrow, and they're going to say that's after the shot.
The shot came down and then got into her on the box out attempt.
That's a critical foul as well on the Lady Cavs right there. You don't want Madison Shedrow getting in any foul trouble here early.
Well, and furthermore, that was awfully close to a shooting foul. It's another thing we don't want to do is.
Yeah, and that would have been 3.
Yeah.
Hoffman gets it in to Lizzie Edmonds, misses on the shot. And another foul. We're going to have bonus coverage here before we get halfway through the quarter, the way it's going.
I don't know if these referees are reading some nasty Twitter feeds and trying to prevent a fight out here or what, but definitely lots of whistles going. But again, I'll say it's balanced.
Yeah, I mean, they're calling it. The girls are just going to have to adjust, and that's the Hoffman's first. And we got some full court pressure here. Hoffman tight and tipped out by Dunlap. Lily Hayes has checked into the game. No, she started. Never mind. And Shedrow gets around 2, gets it over to Hayes, up top to Temmie. Temmie's going to get fouled, and that's going to be on Chandel Parker. That'll be her first.
5.
Yeah, 5 team fouls, and we're still 5:30 left to go in the first quarter.
Get in there.
Temmie can't get the roll. Nice rebound. That's going to go out.
Yeah, Serena made it just hard enough.
Yep. Dunlap couldn't corral it, and Chandel tried to come in and get it. It's going to be out of bounds. Shedrow inbounds to Temmie, up top to Binkley. Some pressure there by the Lady Dragons. Temmie tries to get around.
Oh, good idea. Don't quite have it under control.
Shedrow is going to take it from 17, misses everything. Rebound to Edmonds. Edmonds is going to bring it across timeline by herself. And she gets it to the corner. Edmonds tries to drive on Hayes. Dunlap over to Carlton, 10-footer, no good. Rebound to Hoffman.
Slide down.
Temmie comes away with it this time. Back come the Lady Cavs across the timeline.
A little out of control there. Kenzie Binkley's got to kind of have a plan. I think she's just slinging around a little bit.
Another turnover for the Lady Cavs. Dunlap almost.
See Alyssa Bailey checking the game here.
So Eckwright gets that foul call, and that's going to be her second. Got Alyssa Bailey and Ashley Barlow getting ready to check in. Also got number 44, Sarah Walters.
Both 44s coming in the game.
Bailey, a 5'4" senior. Walters, a 5'10" junior. And then, of course, the 6-foot sophomore, Ashley Barlow. If you've paid any attention to Argos basketball over the last 5 or 6 seasons, that was Carlton puts that one in. You've seen some Barlows on the floor for the Lady Dragons over the last about 6 years. Shedrow has it out top. Gets it in.
Wraparound pass. Nice look from Lily Hayes. Can't quite get it to go down, though.
Hoffman comes out with it. She's pushing it down. On the wing, Dunlap from 15, short. Out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of the Lady Dragons, so the Lady Cavs are going to get it with 3:44 left in the first.
Again, this game overall competitive, except the Lady Cavs just can't seem to put the ball in the hole. They've had a few good looks at it.
Trying to find Shedrow down in the corner. Good pressure there by Hoffman. Bailey goes baseline. Nice job there by Dunlap, recovers. Shedrow with Barlow on her, and just misses, poked away by Bailey.
Yeah, it's going to go black.
Going to be Lady Dragons ball. 3:10 left to go here in the first quarter at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Lady Dragons leading 7-0. Got Emma Swathwood going to check in here for Carlton. Another one of the fine sophomore class here for the Lady Dragons. Baseline. Nice job there, Dunlap. Swathwood's going to take a 3 off the mark. That was a good box out there by Hayes. Pressure by Hoffman. Get it across to Timmy.
Get her a little too soon there. I don't like that. Got to help her out there. She's not a wing player.
Maddie's going to reset the offense. Gets it over to Timmy.
Inside.
Oh, it was a nice idea. Tried to get it into
late.
Hayes. Yep. Good job there by Dunlap. Comes across, gets the steal.
It's getting better. It's not the full hesitation, but they got to know that's the offense, and Sarah's just got to turn and pass that immediately.
Right. You can't hesitate, especially with Dunlap. She's got some speed.
Good job, Maddie. Squeeze that, Sarah. All right. Good effort by both girls there getting after that ball.
Jump ball is going to stay with the Lady Cavs.
So it's going to be the Dragons ball.
Oh, Lady Dragons. So we got a sub, number 12. That's Sydney Shepard checks in.
Squeeze that, squeeze that. Almost lost it to our own people there.
That was right on the corner that you tore off of my program. But
I did that on purpose. It was sabotage.
It's a good thing I know who the Lady Dragons are. Took me a second to remember.
Get up hard. There you go. Good. Gosh, dang it. Can't get the ball to go in, for crying out loud.
It's going to be off of Shedrow's foot. It's going to be Lady Dragons ball. And yeah, almost all the way here through the first quarter. We got a timeout on the floor with the minute 43 left to go. We're going to take a break and thank some of our fine sponsors here. You want to go to the agronomy there. I already did the propane on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
All right, back here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Lady Dragons had the Lady Cavs shut out at this point in time, 7-0. Again, save for the buckets being scored, it's been a pretty evenly contested game. Just the Lady Cavs can't get any to go in the hoop.
Well, Coach Shedrow kind of had it out a little bit with the girls there in that timeout. We'll see if it kind of lights a fire underneath them. Still trying to get on the scoreboard here, almost 7/8 of the way through the quarter. Dunlap's going to bring it across here for the Lady Dragons. Dunlap's going to get a 5-second call if she doesn't make a move there.
Start back to the fouls again.
Yeah, got a foul call. Let's see who they called that on.
He's away from the ball.
They're going to call black 30. No.
Madison.
White 30. It looked like he said black. No, he did say black.
That was an offensive foul.
Yeah, they got Swathwood on that one. I thought he said black. I mean,
I didn't see what happened.
I'm not a good lip reader, but it looked like he said black. And so Swathwood gets called for that. That is the Lady Dragons' 6th. So we're going to be shooting 1-1 here on the next Lady Dragons foul.
Had it there, had Maddie right in the middle. Again,
Nice,
ill-advised pass. Right idea. It was about 3 dribbles too late, though.
And the foul on the layup attempt, that's going to be Hayes.
Should be Lily Hayes.
It should be her 2nd. So that's the 5th Lady Cavs foul. It's going to put Dunlap at the line shooting 2 shots here.
I think the table or the scoreboard scored that to the wrong player. They scored that to Sarah Walters, but Sarah was nowhere near the play.
No.
So.
And Dunlap is good on the first. She's got 3. Edmonds going to check back in here for Barlow. Well, we'll see if they correct that. I had Hayes on that foul, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't know why we'd be shooting if it weren't Lily. Because, I mean,
So the 2nd free throw no good for Dunlap.
Lily was definitely the only Cavalier in the shooting area.
Yeah. Shedrow working on Hoffman. Pass inside. Walters still trying to come up with it.
Jumbled around there.
Gets it back out. Timmy.
Oh,
corner for 3.
Get in there.
Off the mark.
Run that down, run that down, run that down. Oh, help her. Get inside.
We got a push in the back. I think they're going to get Walters. Dunlap went down hard.
Yeah.
And that's going to put her at the line, I think. Is that 6? That's 16 fouls.
16 fouls,
next time. So Sarah Walters picks up her first, team 6th. Binkley checks back in here for the Lady Cavs. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lady Dragons leading 8-0.
Yeah, they're leaving that foul on Walters. Now she has 2. So maybe something happened during the act of shooting somewhere else in the court and we just missed it.
Dunlap, nice drive, gets it to go from about 6 feet. Steal by Hoffman. Hoffman off the mark, rebound.
13 seconds left. Ladies got to get the ball at the floor here. Look at Sarah. Timmy takes it all the way. Can't finish again, though. Missed another layup. Do the Lady Cavs.
And that's it for your first quarter. Lady
Cavaliers
Dragons
go scoreless.
Lead 10-0 after 1. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here for second quarter action from John R. Nelson Gymnasium.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, back here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium, getting set to start the second quarter where the Lady Dragons lead 10-0 after 1. And Mike, I tell you what, fouls and turnovers hurting both teams, but the biggest thing here for the Lady Cavs, just not able to put the bunnies in.
Yeah, it's as I think it's the third time I've said it, it's other than the score itself, it's been a pretty even match. Both teams have been clumsy with the ball. Both teams have had moments of moving the ball well. Both teams have played good defense and rebounded and getting on the floor, and fouls are even. You know, they've both got players in foul trouble. It's just the Lady Cavs got a lid on the hoop or something.
Dunlap had 5 to lead all scorers in that quarter. Carlton had 2, and Vanderweel, who's on the bench with 3 fouls, had the first 3 points of the game for the Lady Dragons. Lily Hayes and Serena Eckwright both with 2 fouls, so they got to watch their fouls here in the second quarter.
I'm calling a quick jump ball there.
Jump ball, so it'll go to Lady Dragons on the alternating possession. And one thing of note, both teams with 6 fouls, so the next foul on either team, we're going to be shooting 1-1.
This could be a long second quarter.
Man, I tell you, you don't often see, maybe once in a while you'll see one team get into bonus early in the second quarter, but to have both of them with the opportunity, it's a lot of fouls, 12 fouls in the first quarter. Little swing move there by Edmonds, and the mini hook doesn't go. Rebound goes to Shedrow. Oh, nice look.
Oh.
Blocked by Edmonds, though. Good recovery there by the 5'11" freshman for the Lady Dragons.
That was just at the right time, too. I think that had been 0.1 seconds later. Maddie might have taken a dribble left or done an up fake or whatever.
Hoffman gets the steal there on the inbounds pass. Dunlap, nice little crossover back out. Hoffman just inside 3-point line. Rebound goes to Bailey.
I'm always impressed with our Lady Cavs because despite not scoring the entire first quarter and having a block like that, they still continue to chase down loose balls, play basketball the right way, and eventually it's going to work out for them.
Hayes gets it across. Shedrow. That's deflected by Edmonds, and Swathwood comes up with another turnover. I have the Lady Cavs for 8 turnovers here so far. Nice move on the baseline there by Hoffman. Gets that one to go. Her first points of the evening. You see Coach Dewar down there. I tell you what, I love Coach Dewar, and the dealings that I've had with him so far. He has got an energy that's hard to beat. Hayes just short on the 3. Rebound goes to Dunlap, and they're going to say she stepped on the line.
Wow.
Looked like Timmy might have helped her
after all that contact they've called, they let that go.
Well, it's funny, you know, you get 12 fouls in the first quarter, and then you watch. They're going to go halfway through this quarter before they get the next foul.
You know, Tom and I were talking about how it's a tricky game, basketball, trying to figure out what gets called and what doesn't get called and when it gets called and when it doesn't get called. And
you know, you said it, though. You talk about the consistency, right? You want it consistent on both ends, but you also want it consistent throughout.
Yeah.
And there's a steal by Edmonds.
Yeah, you just want to, as a coach and players, you just want to know what to expect as you're running up and down the floor. Rebound,
Edmonds can't put it back in, and Hayes comes up with it. Yeah, when you call the first quarter just tight as can be, and then all of a sudden the second quarter, we had 5 fouls by this time in the first quarter. Bailey has it, looking for some help there, gets it over to Timmy. She's going to take the 15-footer and puts it in for 2. Lady Cavs get on the board.
Schneid. You'd think if your first points come at the 5:13 mark in the second quarter, you'd be down about 25. But if Culver can put a few possessions together here, they're still get right back in the game pretty quick.
Yeah, all things considered with the turnovers they have, and, you're down 10, so you're not out of this by any means. Nice pass, swing move there for Edmonds. No good on the shot. Rebound comes away to Lady Cavs. Shedrow gets it up to Binkley. Hayes down in the corner. Oh, nice move. Gets
there
around.
We go. There we go.
Lily Hayes puts that in just like that. The Lady Cavs back to within 8.
Put a little run together here. Let's get another stop.
Hoffman's going to pull up for 3, and she puts it
wow.
in. Cagney Hoffman with the pull-up 3. She's got
Run
5.
Stopper.
Yeah.
Run stopper. That's one of those, if you're a coach, like, no, oh, okay.
Hayes might have got away with some steps right there.
Answer back. Oh, almost had the open bank.
And off of Lady Dragons, going to stay for the Lady Cavs. So we got some subs coming in. It's going to be Barlow, Parker, and Carlton. And 21, 51.
Okay. Eckwright and
is that Solstad?
No, you know that's a young lady I actually don't know offhand. I'm going to look down the list here. I'll bet I can peg her out.
So Eckwright back in.
Actually, no, I think that might be Cheyenne Moss.
Okay, so she's wearing 51.
That's the name that I recognize, and I think that she's one I don't. I think it might be Cheyenne Moss.
All right, we got a quick timeout here, so let's take a break. Be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, we're going to inbounds the ball here for the Lady Cavs, baseline right. And jumper short, Barlow gets the rebound. So you're saying 51, you're pretty sure is Moss?
I believe that's Cheyenne Moss.
Parker gets a nice inbound or a nice pass, and she puts it in for her first 2 of the game. And just like that, Lady Cavs had fought back to within 8. Now the lead back up to 13 here for the Lady Dragons. We'll get some confirmation on that at halftime. Bailey loses the ball. So another turnover. Nice spin move for Dunlap. Misses. Hayes can't corral it, but they're going to say it was off the Lady Dragons. Shedrow's going to come back in for the presumed Moss.
Got most of the names down from my time in Redskin land, but haven't quite gotten to full 100% fluency anymore.
Nice pass up ahead to Hoffman, and she puts it in for 2. Hoffman with 7.
Yeah, that kind of run out the Cavs can ill afford with their scoring woes.
Turnovers really racking up here for the Lady Cavs with 11. Nice defense there by Barlow. And the rebound, everybody on the ground, fought for.
And again, we got a timeout here.
They got a timeout.
He started to put his thumb up, and then I think he decided otherwise.
Well, I didn't know if the Lady Dragons even had possession, if they could get that call, but they do.
Had enough.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break here on RTC TV4. Come back here in just a moment.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Zahner Excavating digs foundations, installs septic systems, driveways, and any type of hardscape or hauling needs. No job too big or too small. They also provide porta pots for parties or construction needs. Your number 2 is their number 1. Call today. Rocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at Rocky Insurance.
All right, back in action here. John R. Nelson Gymnasium, 2:21 left in the first half.
I was thinking with all your talk on turnovers that the way the game's gone to this point, which Lady Dragons heating up a little bit offensively, but the way the game's gone to this point, I think the Cavs could weather 11 turnovers or the whatever it is, 18% they're shooting from the field, but both is not sustainable.
Yeah, it's going to be hard when you're doing turnovers and not shooting well. Temmie for three, and she gets it to go. Alex Temmie's got 5.
Ooh, the way this game's going, a 12-point lead feels like about a 30-point lead, though.
Under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Dunlap's going to bring it across.
And I don't know what the scoring's been like for the Lady Dragons, but the Cavaliers can sure grind a game down to almost nothing when it comes to scoring.
Haven't been putting up huge numbers this year, obviously with a young team, much like the Lady Cavs. It's kind of a gelling process that they've been going through here early in the season. Shedrow, nice move around Barlow, and can't get it to fall.
Back-to-back scores there, but
that was a nice move there by Shedrow.
Definitely.
Hoffman had the ball a little high right there. Looked like she might have got away with a carry.
Almost got it stolen, too.
Dunlap gets around one, and the foul.
Took a pretty good whack. I think that might have been Temmie. I don't know if they're going to get maybe Serena on the body, but I know Alex was the one coming down.
32, they're going to get Alex, and that'll be her first. And what did I tell you? That was even worse than I thought. 56.6 seconds left. That's the first foul of the second quarter.
It was 6-6 coming into this quarter.
Oh, my word.
I thought we were going to be here for 25 minutes running this quarter. It went.
We haven't even shot a 1-and-1.
Yeah.
We haven't even shot a 1-and-1.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not saying the refs are terrible. I'm just saying the inconsistencies.
Yeah.
They're consistent end to end, but the inconsistencies between quarters is just, I don't get it. Dunlap good on the second, 2 of 4 from the line.
See the Cavs
she's got 6.
Big possession here.
Nice pass.
Oh,
down
the Eck right in there. Yeah,
and she's fouled by Sydney Shepard. It's going to put her at the line.
If we can hit even one of these, get a defensive stop and pull this within 10, that'd be big going into halftime.
So Eckwright, 5'5" junior at the line here, shooting 2 for the Lady Cavs.
A little more time than I'd like to see. I feel like a free throw, just bounce, shoot.
Right.
I know me as an athlete, the more time I'd be sitting there thinking, the worse things would be going.
And misses both. Quickly down the other end here, the Lady Dragons. Dunlap wheels into the paint and misses. She gets her own rebound. Back up, and that's blocked.
Hands up. I think the Dragons are going to hold for last shot here. Probably a wise move.
Eckwright working on Dunlap. Almost a bad pass there to Swathwood. And it does. Turnover for the Lady Dragons.
Watch your back. Oh, you traveled. Dang it. Needed a jump stop there and got a skid stop.
I don't know if I got this down right, Mike, but that is the first mark I've got on the Lady Dragons for a turnover.
Man.
It's very unofficial. And there's a quick touch foul out top with 2 seconds left. That's going to put Dunlap at the line, shooting 1-and-1. Morgan's 2 of 4 from the line here.
So get Binkley back on. Don't want to get Serena her 4th foul for halftime.
That's a big one right there, picking up that 3rd with 2 seconds left.
And we talk about this sometimes, the broadcast, with Serena's a high energy, high octane, high physicality player. And when you play like that, you take the good with the bad. I mean, it's spark plug, but it's also going to pick you up 3 fouls in the first half sometimes.
Right. Dunlap puts in the first, 3 of 5. Second one off the back iron, so 3 of 6 for Dunlap. And nothing going there on the long shot. And at the half, it's going to be your Argos Lady Dragons 21, your Culver Lady Cavs 7. We'll take a break, come back here with some some halftime stats for the teams in just a moment.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Tom Kruger Construction, serving all of your building needs. From kitchen and bathroom remodeling to ground-up new home construction, Tom and his crew have been serving your building and construction needs for over 20 years. Tile showers, hardwood floors, new doors and windows, you can always count on Kruger. Pole barns, room additions, outbuildings, and more. Call or email anytime. Tom Kruger Construction.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
All right, welcome back here to John R. Nelson Gymnasium. We're at the half in the girls' bell game between the Argos Lady Dragons and the Culver Lady Cavs. Argos leads 21-7 over the Lady Cavs, and I tell you what, Mike, it was a kind of double-edged sword for the Lady Cavs between 6 turnovers in each quarter, a total of 12 in the half, and just the inability to make some shots that probably, you should normally make. The only scorers, Timmy led the Lady Cavs with 5, and Lily Hayes had 2, and that was it for Lady Cavs.
Like I said, I feel like if we have half the turnovers or even make, obviously mathematically, if we have half the turnovers or even make 3 more shots, and we're talking about a single-digit game here, and things are a lot more competitive, but it's just really, really tough to stay in basketball games, and they did for a while, and they stayed in it for a long time, turning the ball over like that and not making shots. And it's just the attention to being careful is not – it still hasn't come around. Again, as you can see, they play hard, and they don't care to scrap and get on the floor and stay at it. It's just attention to detail of making shots, attention to detail of taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, Lady Cavs had fought back after the Lady Dragons opened up a 12-0 lead. Culver came back and scored 4, made it 12-4, but the Lady Dragons closed out the half with a 9-3 run, and we're at a 21-7 halftime score. 12 turnovers, like I said. I only have the Lady Dragons for 1 turnover in the half. I don't know if I did that right, but if I did, that's pretty amazing. Scoring-wise, the Lady Dragons, Hoffman and Dunlap both had 7. And then Maddie Vanderweel, who had to set for most of the half with 3 fouls, had 3. She opened us up with a 3-pointer. Kaylee Carlton, Chandel Parker, 2 seniors, both put 2 in for the Lady Dragons. So really foul-wise, the Lady Dragons, Vanderweel still with the 3 fouls. Nobody else really in too much foul trouble.
They got spread out pretty well after that.
Do you need to say something, Andy?
No.
Got the voice of the Argos Dragons here on RTC TV4, Mr. Andy Stone, up here writing me a love note, apparently.
Halftime score.
Basketball. Boys basketball.
Westville.
At halftime. Oh, my. He just wrote down a score. It's boys basketball opener. Westville is leading Bethany Christian 45-4 at the half.
Yikes.
That's yeah. I tell you what, some other stuff going on here on RTC TV4 in third quarter action down at Rochester. The Lady Zebras lead the Lewis Cass Lady Kings 32-18. And I can check here real quick, see how the Caston boys are doing. We have them on as well here on, actually if I hit that right there, and fourth quarter, Caston leads the Lakeland Christian Cougars 35-25. So Caston doing well in their opener. Culver Cavs, Coach Kruger's going to be heading down to Rochester tomorrow night, opening up the season for the boys.
I don't know how long that game's been. As long as I can remember, that's been the way we start the season. I mean,
it's been when I was in school.
I know we have home videos when I was 11 years old. My older brother and sister's friends coming back from the basketball game as we're home videos of us preparing for Thanksgiving dinner, and it's I know it was tradition at that point in time. It's kind of always how we start the year.
Well, we could get some older folks in on that one, but I know back into the early 90s, I remember going down there, and that was something back in the day, going down to Rochester. I mean, Culver's obviously got a great gym and everything like that, but going down to Rochester and the crowd, especially for the opener, it was always an experience. And
well, and I always felt like when I was in school and younger, before you get out and start able to drive on your own, Rochester always seemed like a little bit of an exotic place, because it's one of those where we start where we are and kind of go mostly north, and they go from where they are mostly go south. So we didn't cross paths with them a lot in different sports, at least not the ones I paid attention to. We didn't play them in football, we didn't, that sort of stuff. And so going to Rochester always seemed like a magical land.
A little different, and when you get older and you start driving more and you see more of the state, you realize that Rochester's just down the road. But that ought to be a good one tonight. Tomorrow night you'll get to see that one on RTC TV4 as well. We'll have David Musselman on the call, as we always do down there from WROI. Always do a great job on the call for Rochester games, and looking forward to getting some more boys action as we're starting our season already. Tonight with the Caston Comets hosting Lakeland. So let's go ahead and catch some ads here, Mike, before we get started with the third quarter. You're watching RTC TV4. We'll be back here in a moment.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout north central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
All right, welcome back here to John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Steve Stricker with Mike Bushman getting ready to go here
We got Noah Pratt on the camera over here.
All right, I forgot the name.
Taking care of business.
Yeah. Doing a good job on the camera tonight. Thank you, sir. And second half action getting set to go here. The ladies' bell up for grabs between Argos and Culver. Lady Dragons lead 21-7 over Lady Cavs here at the half.
Curious to see how this goes second half. Third quarter has been a tough one for the Lady Cavaliers. What was a tough one for the Lady Cavaliers against Winnemac. It was similar score here. I think the Lady Cavs were down 12 at halftime, and then things just really got out of hand in the third quarter. So hoping that can be mitigated here tonight.
Got a nice crowd here for a Tuesday night, getting set to go into the Thanksgiving long extended weekend. Going to be Lady Cavs ball as we get started here in the second half. Serena Eckwright going to inbounds it to Shedrow. Looks like the starting five back in here for both teams as we get going here in the second half. Shedrow's going to take a three and a short corner there.
Yeah.
Good block out by Dunlap.
Almost too much effort from Shedrow because it actually went off Argos' shoulder, I think, but Maddie was trying to corral it in, I think, and go back to the hoop.
So off of the miss, Lady Dragons get the ball. Dunlap's going to bring it across the timeline here. Good job there, Binkley, funneling Dunlap, trying to get her to go left there. Nice back door to Hoffman, misses the layup. Rebound, Edmonds, knocked away.
Roll that down. Watch tips.
Good hustle there by Hoffman, but it's going to be out of bounds. Whoa, yeah, okay.
I think he got confused.
Yeah,
it's easy at
first
halftime.
Half,
yeah,
right.
who's going what way.
Poked away from behind.
So it's always my favorite. You hear some coaches when they change their call like that say, you can't change your call like that. But yeah, actually you can.
Yeah. That one's going to stay to the Lady Cavs as well, knocked away out of bounds. So Maddie Vanderweel back in the lineup here for the Lady Dragons with 3 fouls. Temmie, nice job there by Edmonds, gets the long arms and gets that steal. Shot off the mark, rebound Shedrow. Skip pass down in the corner to Hayes. And that's turnover. Nice outlet to Hoffman. Let's see if she can put in the layup, and she does for the first points for the Lady Dragons.
That hurts. Cavaliers had a few opportunities there. Again, though, couldn't capitalize.
Hoffman has 9 now, leads all scorers. Gives the Lady Dragons a 16-point advantage.
Let's take up another reverse.
Nice try. Dang. Yeah, just couldn't put that one in. Hoffman open for 3 and just long. And Temmie gets the tip out. Nice job by Vanderweel, and we're going to have a trip call on Temmie, I think. That is going to be on Alex.
Yeah, it is.
That is her third. Wow.
Bring Sarah Walters in.
Well, they started to, then they went with Bailey.
Yeah. Hope we don't get another Temmie foul.
Yeah, that second foul she picked up with 2 seconds left in the first half. That hurt.
I believe that was Serena picking that one up.
Was that Serena that got that?
Serena picked her third one up at that point in time.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Shedrow's going to get a quick foul, so we're back into quick foul mode.
Just got an update from Coach Stevens at the middle school. Culver boys won by 22 tonight. The 8th grade won by 23.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Where were they at?
I'm checking with him right now.
Okay.
I believe I want to. Nah, I'm not even going to guess. I was going to say a team, but I looked at about 4 schedules today, and now I'm not remember which schedule is which.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about looking at a bunch of schedules. I got 8 schools I got to keep track of 2 teams for, plus wrestling and swimming. That's keeps me on my toes. Blocked. Can be out of bounds. Nice block there by Dunlap.
It's West Central.
West Central, all
West
right.
Central, so.
Gets it out top to Shedrow. Tries to split 2 defenders, and we're going to have a foul. Is it going to be on Dunlap or Cagney Hoffman? And they're going to get Dunlap on the foul. I think that is her first. She made it through that first quarter without a foul. That's pretty good. One of only few starters that didn't get into foul trouble. Hoffman working on Bailey. Bailey, nice hustle.
I think for the Cavs, it's either they're in foul trouble or they have no fouls. I don't think we have many that are in between.
Dunlap reads that one and puts it in for an easy 2.
Pretty ill-advised pass there. Again, Lady Cavs trying to just force their way out of trouble.
Dunlap now evened up with Hoffman for 9 apiece. Shedrow, she's going to get fouled by Carlton on the shot. It's going to be Carlton's first foul. It's going to put Madison Shedrow at the line, shooting 2. Well, I don't have her for any points yet tonight, Mike.
No, she doesn't. I believe we're still down to Temmie and Hayes, having done all our scoring.
No, she was off on the first. Who got the bucket for Culver here in the second half? I think I missed that one.
We don't have a bucket in the second half.
Oh, that's right, 7.
21-7 at halftime.
Yeah, never mind. So Shedrow 0 of 2. Lady Cavs 0 of 4 from the line.
Yeah,
so
it's rough.
Yeah, that's where you just need to see something start going in the bucket. I mean, they're just. It's weird how that works. You get, you know, one person off and one person off, and next thing you know, it's like nobody can put anything in, and it's just a struggle. Got some water or something on the ball, it looks like.
Schmuckus on the ball there.
.444 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Dragons leading 25-7 over the Lady Cavs here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in to RTC TV 4. And there's going to be a foul. Are they going to get Walters or are they going to get Shedrow? This could be a big one if it's on Shedrow. And it is. That's going to be her third. So Shedrow joins Eckrite and Temmie with 3 fouls for Lady Cavs starters with 4.5 minutes still to go here in the third quarter. That's the one thing that I've noticed, Mike, over the games that I've covered for the Lady Cavs, not a big bench.
No. They go about, I think, 2-3 deep. And that does, and in particular, when we were playing the Academy, that was rough because we didn't have Lily Hayes and we didn't have Kenzie Binkley at that point in time. And so we were running pretty much 5. Haley Howard came in to spell some people from time to time, but it was pretty much the 5 starters who played the game. And then you definitely see the wear on the legs by the end of that game.
Maddie Vanderwill gets the rebound, but was trying to position herself and got called for the travel. So only the 3rd turnover for the Lady Dragons, unofficially. And that one gets through over to
Big ball there.
So off the kick, it'll stay Lady Cavs ball. Coach Dewars wanting to get some defensive pressure here on the inbounds. Hayes looking for Walters.
Good idea, picked up by Eckrite, and she's fouled.
Oh, they're going to get, looks like Dunlap's going to get called on that one. Should put Eckrite to line shooting 2. So Dunlap didn't have any throughout the first half. Picks up 2 here in the third quarter.
They call her on the floor.
They called that on the floor.
Yeah.
Interesting. Swathwood's going to check in here for Maddie Vanderwill.
Oh. Again, just a second too late.
And tie up. Good defense there by Hoffman. It's going to stay Lady Cavs. Binkley baseline left. Looking. Gets it in. Eckright's going to take it back out and reset it. Bailey with Barlow on her. She drives around, but nice job there by Lizzie Edmonds. Comes up and forces the travel. So 4th turnover here of the quarter for the Lady Cavs. Dunlap, nice crossover. Edmonds, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound goes out to Binkley. Back up top. Into Bailey. Bailey into the trees.
Didn't quite take enough time to gather.
Yep.
I think she was anticipating a foul there and just slung it.
Well, when you're, what does Bailey go?
About 5'5", I'd say.
5'4"?
5'4".
And you've got a 5'11" and a 6-footer standing there. You don't want to take too much time.
Yeah. You get Temmie and Shedrow back on the floor here.
Hayes just inside the line for 2.
It's all right. We'll take it.
Would have probably liked to seen her just have a step back. I know Coach Shedrow would have liked that extra point.
I'll tell you, at this point in time, anything that goes through the hoop,
yeah, right.
we're happy with.
There's a turnover for Dunlap. 25-9 with 2:51 here in the 3rd. Trap, and it's going to be a block on Dunlap.
Actually, I don't know if that worked out as well for the Cavaliers as you might think, because I think Lily Hayes had kind of a clear path there to take it in.
Well, that's going to be quickly Dunlap's 3rd. As we were talking, you know, she didn't have anything at the half, and now with 2:45 left to go in the 3rd, picks up her 3rd foul. So she's made up some ground, I guess. And a hold. Wow.
Now we're back to this
tail.
again.
Yeah, talk about the tail of quarters here. I don't get it, but you know, they're calling it consistently on the ends. They're just not calling it consistently in the quarters. So Vanderweel's going to check in for Dunlap. Carlton's going to check in for Barlow. So Swathwood picks up the 2nd, and it's the 5th team foul.
Nice pass inside.
And a kick called on Edmonds. That was tipped by Swathwood. Hayes goes against Edmonds. Yeah.
He can't get it down.
And jump ball. I think that'll be Lady Dragons.
I think there were about 9 hands on that ball.
Yeah. That was a good battle for the ball right there. So Lady Dragons get it on the alternating possession. See what the Lady Dragons can do is kind of like when Shedrow was out for the Lady Cavs, you know, with Dunlap on the bench. She's the floor general for the Lady Dragons.
Yep, for sure. Oh.
Just a little high for Walters right there.
Getting a lot of right ideas, just a matter of inches or seconds and not being timed right or in the right location. I think Coach Shedrow, as far as Maddie goes, thinking, well, we're down 16 in a very low-scoring game. If she fouls out, she fouls out, but there's no chance if we don't have our just go standard rotation. I mean, if you start jimmying with that, then now we're in real big trouble.
Well, that's a foul. That's going to be Maddie's 4th.
Yeah.
On another touch call. So.
Yeah, that's frustrating, and she looks frustrated, but this is it's the way it goes.
Vanderweel working back out to Hoffman, in and out for Cagney. Good rebound to Walters. Nice outlet to Temmie. Temmie,
Right in,
there you go.
Double digits for the Cavs. Cut it to 14.
That was a good rebound and a good outlet.
Stop here at another bucket. Let's finish this quarter up the right way.
Hoffman with Binkley on her. And forced a turnover there, so the Lady Cavs get it back.
Watch it, Lily. Good decision.
You're going to reset it up to Temmie. Eckerai.
A little too eager with it.
She turns it over, so 6th turnover now on the quarter. I've got him for 18 on the game, Mike.
That's rough. That's rough.
Vanderweel, nice fake on the baseline from Edmonds. Carlton's going to take it from 18. Bank is closed. Rebound goes out. Outlet to Temmie. Temmie, nice crossover.
Oh, Sarah Walters, the nice rebound, and she'll go to 2. That was almost too easy for Temmie.
Yeah.
Like she kind of had herself braced for something and it didn't come.
We're going to get freshman Edmonds on the call. That's going to be her first. It's going to put Temmie at the line shooting 2.
That'd be Walters. Walters shooting 2.
Oh, yeah. Temmie's over there. Similar build.
Yeah. Yeah. We could put quite a lengthy lineup out there as we're using that right now with Lily Hayes and Sarah Walters and Alex Temmie.
So Barlow and Parker are going to come back in here for Lady Dragons. Walters misses on her first. And misses both.
Temmie goes in, and we're going to jump ball here.
Hey, a good job there. Yeah, I think that's going to stay for Culver. Good effort there by Temmie. Binkley going to inbounds, baseline left, gets it out top Temmie.
She's going to look for Lily Hayes, but she's going to call her own number. Sarah Walters again trying to chase it down, giving good hustle, but just a little too much outside there.
Nice move there by Temmie. Went back in and went to the left hand, but unfortunately, obviously not as strong as her right. Had the right idea once again. Breaking the press here to Shepard, gets it across to Hoffman. Smart play there by Shepard to keep it, wait for Hoffman to get across the timeline. Nice job there by Temmie.
Temmie's been everywhere. Let's see if we can put another bucket in here, though. There we go.
She does. Took her time on that one. Temmie has 9 now here for the Lady Cavs.
Doing a great job.
Second half turnovers.
Bucket here. Nice defense. Oh, that's a
Parker at the buzzer.
That hurts.
So at the end of 3, Lady Dragons 27, Lady Cavs 13. We're going to take a break and come back here for 4th quarter action in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to John R. Nelson Gymnasium. We're getting set to go for the 4th quarter with Lady Dragons leading 27-13 over the Lady Cavs after 3. It's a tale of 2 quarters here. Let's see what the calls are in the 4th quarter, Mike. We had similar situation going into the 2nd. Both teams had 6 fouls. As we enter the 4th, both teams are Argos has 6 and Culver has 5.
I think interesting, too, the Cavaliers starting the 4th quarter without Maddie Shedrow on the floor. I wonder if they're going to hope for a run here at the end because, again, down 14, I mean, there's not a lot to save for in this low-scoring game.
A pair of turnovers as we get started. So Dragons back with it. As Shedrow is on the bench, you'll notice Morgan Dunlap on the bench for the Lady Dragons as well. So both of the floor generals setting in foul trouble.
Sarah Walters, good defense there. Yeah, I get it back to Temmie.
Temmie came to life there in the third quarter. She's got 9 points here for the Lady Cavs.
As much as you can say a Lady Cav has a hot hand, she has one. I mean, she did miss a couple layups as well.
So here comes Dunlap, Vanderweel, and Edmonds, 3 of the Lady Dragons starters checking back in with 7:12 to go. Down at Rochester, the Lady Zebras lead 57-26 over the Lady Kings from Lewis Cass. Ooh,
again,
Hayes
lazy
got
pass.
away.
Lazy pass.
Vanderweel goes hard to the basket, misses. And a foul on Dunlap as she inadvertently, but she poked Lily Hayes in the eye. It's going to put Hayes at the line shooting 1-and-1. And that will also be Dunlap's 4th foul, Mike.
Wow.
So no fouls at halftime and 6:54 left to go.
It was a loose ball foul.
Yeah, still should be a,
They were thinking player control foul, but the
ball
ball was bouncing around. It wasn't.
Yep. So Hayes, they've got the wrong girl. They're trying to slide.
Clever.
You got to give them credit for that. Yeah.
Although, what have we made? 0. What are we? 0 of 8 free throws. So I don't know who we put at the line. That's
no, just 6.
Oh, okay.
Just 6.
Hope I'm not being prophetic here.
Yeah. Well, Hayes hasn't shot any yet, so let's see what she can do.
A lot of action. I don't like that. All right. I stand corrected. Stand corrected.
She's got 5.
Yeah, if we have 2 ladies who account for all of our scoring right now.
Yeah. That is correct. Second shot on the way. That's a little
on there. Nice job, Sarah Walters. She's going to be fouled right back to the line.
They're going to get Edmonds, it looks like, on that one.
It's a little trivia here. Sarah's older brother, Isaac Walters, is undefeated wrestler for the wrestling team this year. Actually 6-0 with 6 pins on the year so far.
Awesome.
He was a medalist at the Clay Super Bowl along with Zach Dittmeyer and Hunter Evans. There we go.
And Walters 0 for 2, so she puts that one in. And we got some Cavalier wrestling action on RTC4 last night. So
Jack picked up a rare dual win with only 6 guys in the team. You don't get to win a lot of dual meets, and that's actually our second one of the year. So it's nice to see for our home crowd.
Yeah, congratulations. I tell you, we've talked about it a lot over the year, but you guys up here do double, triple, quadruple duty a lot of times. And there's a tie-up.
Again, I'm sure people who aren't Culver listeners get tired of me saying this, but the one thing you can say, these Lady Cavaliers, they play tough and they play rough, and if they don't call the fouls, it can work to their advantage. And that was a situation right there where they just got mean about it.
Well, they always say you're kind of you play like your coach, right?
Yeah.
Tammy was a year younger than me, and she was a tough, hard-nosed player. Yeah, not real tall, but you didn't want to get in her way. Ooh, a block.
No shot. Yeah.
Oh,
a lot of control. Serena's had a few of those. Again, you take the good with the bad, because that type of mentality is what gets you steals down here on defense, but that also gets you a little out of control on offense and getting physical, getting down there under the basket. Lady Cavs going for some tips and forced to travel the other way.
Yeah, good pressure there, forcing another turnover. So after one first half turnover, the Lady Dragons mounting the turnovers here with 8 in the second.
Lady Cavs still got to find a way to put the ball in the hoop, though. 12, again, seems like a lot bigger deficit when it's 15-27 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
If this were 35-47, I'd feel a little differently, but every possession's so precious here. And again,
another tie-up.
Getting on the floor. That should go to the Dragons here, and we'll get Alyssa Bailey check back in.
Edmonds gets her first points of the night with a nice little jumper in the paint.
Yeah, that was smart timing there because the Lady Cavs have been swarming every time somebody touches the ball, and she's grabbed it and flipped it right up there. Had the height advantage. We're going to see Maddie Shedrow check back in.
Well, it's now or never, right?
Yeah,
with
yeah,
5:58 left to go, she's got 4 fouls. She's just going to have to play smart.
Or not. Who knows what it's.
Oh, I fought that frustration a lot of years with my daughter. She would get some fouls.
First
points
for
points, Maddie.
Somebody not named Lily or Alex.
Right. You know, honestly, Mike, look at it. You're 12 points down. You get a 3, you get a couple 2s, and then you go down and you give up a 3. That's in the wrong 3. Vanderweel gets her second of the game, and she's got 6. And then you get a turnover. So, yeah, they're making it hard.
Yeah, and again, the Lady Cavs, it's when you have your point guard on the bench, it just sets everything off because here – and it's a struggle for a coach. You kind of have a rhythm going, but so do you feel like you add to that by bringing, your point guard back in and maybe roll things better? But in this case, it seems like we kind of got a little jumbled up with what we were doing.
So the tie-up, good job there. The Lady Cavs get the ball back on the alternating possession.
Show a little press here. Lady Cavs handling it well this time. Get it out ahead to Alyssa. Oh, Alex taking the conservative approach there.
Maddie loses off of her knee.
I think she was thinking about what she was going to do with the ball before she actually had the ball. It's the old wide receiver thing, running before you catch it.
Yeah.
Staying after him, though. Staying after him.
Foul on Cagney Hoffman. That is her second of the game. 1-1 coming up here for the Lady Cavs. Kinsey Binkley. So Sydney Shepard checks in for classmate Emma Swathwood here. A couple of sophomores. And the first is off. Rebound goes to Shepard.
Yeah, that might have been the last gasp for the Cavs there, those 2 free throws, because even if Argos is content to eat 45 seconds of this clock off, it's going to be a very difficult recovery.
Carlton, nice move, 15-footer, doesn't get the roll. Rebound effort off of Edmonds. It's going to be Lady Cavs ball, so quicker shot maybe than Coach Dewar wanted.
I was thinking the same thing, that at this point in time, taking 40, 50, a minute off the clock, even if you don't get a shot at all.
Now see that in the third quarter, would that not have been a foul?
I agree.
That's frustrating. And I don't like to harp on officiating. I mean, like I've said a couple times, they've been consistent end to end.
Yeah,
they
definitely.
just haven't been consistent quarter to quarter.
I don't think Culver or Argos can walk out of here feeling like they got the raw end of the deal here.
No. Bailey pulls up and decides not to take the 3.
At this point, though, something's got to get going.
And Vanderweel, it looked like she had a lot of ball, but she's going to get called for the foul.
I almost want, and again, I don't think this necessarily was an accurate call, but I almost wonder if it was the turning body into her as opposed to the on the wrist. But like you said, that looked like a lot less than what Alyssa had to deal with her layup attempt.
Timmy continues the shooting woes from the free throw line for the Lady Cavs.
Yeah, if we were even 50% right now, we'd be at what, probably 21, 22 points?
2 of 12.
2 of 12, so if we were 50%, we'd be at 21.
And one of those was a 1-and-1, so technically 2 of 13 and 2 of 14. And she misses that one, 0 for 2. So I don't know, just a guess, they might be working on some free throws.
I would think so. I would think so.
If you get 8 more free throws, like you said, it's a 7-point, you know, game.
Yeah.
And everybody's getting a little nervous.
And that changes everything. You know, like you said before, if we're making 7 of 14, then maybe we feel a little more confident on some of those inside the paint, you know, and that sort of thing. Heck, if we're making 11 of 14, maybe we're feeling good on some of those three-point attempts that we chucked earlier in the game. You know,
Madison Shedrow just fouled out.
No.
She just got the blocking foul. That's her 5th.
I appreciate, again, she has the official come over and get her. Doesn't own up to it immediately. I don't blame her. You stay out there as long as you can.
Shepard hits the side of the backboard.
Okay, let's get down the floor. We got to get something up here. Not a lot of time.
And there's a foul. Going to get Hoffman, and it looks like Bailey going to be going to the line.
I believe so. Definitely Bailey to the line. I believe Hoffman on the foul.
Or did they get Parker? Did they say 32?
I was watching the aftermath. Yeah, they call 32.
32, so Shandell Parker gets the foul, her 2nd.
All right.
And we are in double bonus for the Lady Cavs, so Bailey does put in that first one. First points of the game for Alyssa.
Bring Serena Eckrite in here. And she had 4 fouls too. She's got another foul to give. Might as well burn it up.
Can't take them home with you. Bailey 2 for 2.
Very good, very good, Lady Cavs. Not going down without a fight here.
Back to within 13 here. Nice pass up ahead, and
yeah, it was the old classic. Alyssa Bailey had 2 hands up, then as soon as the shot went up, brought the 2 hands down real quick and should have popped them back up.
Yep.
I don't know if a referee's ever been fooled by that in the history of basketball, but the players try it every game.
It's going to put Dunlap at the line here for the Lady Dragons. Puts the first one in. So she had 7 at the half. Only 3 here in the second half. Had some foul trouble. She's got 4 fouls. But she's up to 10 now for the Lady Dragons. Make that 11.
I know these comparisons get drawn all the time and that sort of thing, but when you think about that the Dragons went out to a 12-0 lead, the game's been pretty tight since then.
Yeah.
It's 15 now. I mean, it's since that 12-0 lead, it's been played pretty contested pretty closely. But
so Swathwood and Vanderweel come in here. 2 sophomores subbing in for 2 sophomores. I tell you, the future of the Lady Dragons is bright. They've got a great sophomore class. They've got a fantastic freshman class, and got some nice classes coming up in the junior high ranks too. So Coach Dewar's going to have a few struggles here with them this year, just trying to put the you know, you had 2 starters coming back from last year, and one of them is out until December with an ACL.
When you talk about the Lady Cavs being young also, and they're in a similar situation. I think they're probably a couple years behind where the Dragons are, but I know that Coach Barrett and both Brett and Andrea, have really done a good job down with the youth programs and got some zone stuff going, got starting to get the girls playing again. I was talking to Coach Kruger about this. It's hard at a school like Culver because when you get a coaching turnover in a lot of our sports, everything evaporates. You start all over from youth coaches and middle school coaches and everything else.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what happened to our girls program about 4 years ago. Everything just kind of vanished, and it kind of had to be built back from scratch again.
Well, I know from my experiences against Culver with my daughter's team in the 5th grade, now 6th grade.
Right.
They've got a great team. I know in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
And the neat thing is they're double sport, triple sport athletes. They like volleyball. They do well with that, and also basketball as well. So rebound Hoffman off the mark. Edmonds fights for it, and
she got away with a little bit of a walk there. She was backpedaling as they were tying that up.
Yeah, they're going to say there was a foul. That looked like a tie-up or a walk to me. And they're going to get 32. That's going to be Timmy, and that'll be her 4th.
To be frank, at this point in time, if not official, I'm calling that a walk on account of the fact that this is a 15-point game with 2 minutes left. Let's go home. But
so Edmonds at the line. She's got 2 points for the night, off the mark on the first one. Second free throw, rims out. That thing was halfway down for Lizzie.
So Lady Cavs can put up a point or two here before we wrap this sucker. Alyssa Bailey goes charging in. Again, just a second late. I like the wraparound pass. It was the right idea. Lily Hayes, nice pass. Or nice steal, rather.
Charge.
That's offensive, yep.
Yep. And Dunlap has been tremendous with that through the years. She is willing to stand in there and take that contact. And you can see it hurts.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
it
I was
hurts.
to say Lily Hayes more than willing to give the contact,
yeah.
clearly, too.
Yeah, but always willing. I remember a couple games last year, she took multiple charges in the game. Oh, somebody's got to talk right there. That was a good pick. Eckrite got blew up right there by Vanderweel, but somebody has got to tell her that that's coming.
Yeah. You notice, though, Serena didn't. She spent about 0.2 seconds on the floor there.
Yeah. I think it was a legitimate oomph, though.
Oh, no, yeah.
It knocked the air out of her.
No kidding. But she had no hesitation to pop up and run back down.
And that time, Dunlap was just a little too tight. Came up, didn't give her space to turn. So she's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be it for her. So both of the point guards fouled out now with 1:41 to go.
Yeah. In this game, it was, again, one of those games. You know, those games where it's, you got the 12-point, 15-point deficit the entire time. It almost kind of turned into something, and then it just kind of fizzled apart.
And the first one is good. So the first point of the night here for Serena. Gonna be short on that one. 1 of 4 from the line. Minute and a half left here. Lady Dragons leading 34-20. Banks open for Hoffman.
I don't know if she called that. I don't know if that should count.
Hoffman now has 11.
Good job, Kenzie. She almost traveled there. We got her dribble going just in time. Might as well. There you go. Might as well.
Rebound on the weak side. Goes to Temmie. Misses. Vanderweel gets it. Vanderweel pulls it back. Goes across timeline. 1 minute left.
Yeah, Lady Cavs still nothing easy here.
Yeah. We have a jump ball. I think that's going to be Lady Dragons ball.
Yeah, that's correct.
Got to give Culver a lot of credit. They're not, they're not giving up despite being down 16 here. And that one's going to go off of.
Again, as we said earlier, since the 12-0 start, it's 20-4, or sorry, 20-24.
Right.
So I mean, it's been right there, save for the very beginning, opening of the match.
All right, we got a timeout with 47 seconds left. We'll take a break. Come back here in a moment. You're watching RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Zahner Excavating digs foundations, installs septic systems, driveways, and any type of hardscape or hauling needs. No job too big or too small. They also provide porta pots for parties or construction needs. Your number 2 is their number 1. Call today. Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Hey, welcome back here to John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Steve Stricker with Mike Bushman and Noah Pratt. 47 seconds left. We got a foul on the floor. It's going to send Kaylee Carlton to the line shooting 2. And they're going to get Cavs Alyssa Bailey with her second. Well, I take that back, Mike. They've been pretty consistent here from the third to the fourth quarter now.
Yeah, I agree. The second half has been
second
solid.
quarter was just kind of an anomaly, maybe, I guess. I give them credit. You know, the refs, it's not an easy job. I considered getting into refereeing for about 10 seconds.
Well, it's always something from a wrestling perspective, I hope to do at some point in time, because it's like a personal challenge. I just want to know, can I do this? Can I do this well?
Yeah. Well, the problem is you know, sometimes your idea of you're going to have one side or the other that doesn't agree with it.
Well, and there's certain things that are consistent from being a good official. You know, being firm with your calls, being willing to, you know, take a second, realize you've made a mistake, you know, correct it if you can, talk to a coach about it if you can't. Those types of things that I think are hallmarks of good officials that I've interacted with. To me, there's nothing worse than an official who makes a call that's not a good call and just there's nothing. They won't even talk to you about it.
Hayes puts one in right there off of the steal and the turnover. So
another timeout here?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break here and get another ad for you on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
And Coach, you were talking about the timeout. I think one of the things that is important in these points in time in games sometimes, I think coaches like to practice everything, and that includes, you know, you're up 16 or down 16, but you still want to practice what do we do in these situations? Right. How do we play? If this were 6 instead of 16, you could call the girls aside and say, hey, look, here's, you know, it's you want to take every opportunity you can to get better. Going for the long ball. Oh, what was here? I think it was the inadvertent buzzer.
Everybody stopped. Well, and Coach Dewar does have a couple of his freshmen out there. Number 10, Sophia Bullenbacher. Number 24, Carly Miller out there.
I'll take care of things.
And that shot put in there by Ashley Barlow at the end. Finishes things off. So Barlow gets on the scoreboard. So we're going to take a quick break here. I'll total up our stats here for the game, and we'll be back here with our post game from John R. Nelson Gymnasium here in just a moment.
Tom Kruger Construction, serving all of your building needs. From kitchen and bathroom remodeling to ground-up new home construction, Tom and his crew have been serving your building and construction needs for over 20 years. Tile showers, hardwood floors, new doors and windows, you can always count on Kruger. Pole barns, room additions, outbuildings, and more. Call or email anytime. Tom Kruger Construction.
All right, back here at John R. Nelson Gymnasium. Mr. Strickers here getting his final tallies here to get you the stats and numbers as the Lady Dragons enjoy their time with the bell at center court. Always tough to tell which more sweet to win when you win it on your home court or you get to go over cross county and win it on their floor. But I've been on both ends of that as a spectator. I've been on the winning end as a coach. I did little known fact that I coached one season of JV basketball.
Yeah, that is a little known fact.
Yeah, I will say I stood on the bench and ran substitutions while people who knew more basketball than me ran offenses and defenses for JV basketball.
So your final score here tonight, the Argos Lady Dragons retain the bell for the 4th straight season, 40-22. Alex Temme led the Lady Cavs with 9. Lily Hayes had 7. Alyssa Bailey had 2. Madison Shedrow had 2. Walters and Eckrite only had a point each. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 missed free throws on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 5 of 17 for the Lady Cavs. And then the other thing, 6 turnovers quarter 1, 6 turnovers quarter 2, 6 turnovers quarter 3, 5 turnovers quarter 4.
Yeah.
So in my math, what is that, 23?
Yeah.
23 turnovers is not going to help you, especially when you're only shooting a small percentage from the free throw line.
And from the field, for that matter.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot a lot better from the field. They might have been worse in the field than they were from the line. And again, I feel like if we're a little better in all those areas, or a lot better in just one of those areas, this is a 4 or 5 point game as time's winding down, and who knows what happens. And but that's also, you can spin it however you want. Like Coach Kruger and I were talking in a locker room tonight. That's a positive, and you say, look, these are things we could do tomorrow at practice. Now it's you flip it the other way and look, we're going to have to improve in these areas, or we're not going to win very many more games.
On the other side of things, the Lady Dragons with only 9 turnovers, only had 1 in the first half. Cagney Hoffman ended up leading all scorers with 11. Dunlap with 10. Down the line here, I'm trying to go in order. Maddie Vanderwill had 6 points on 2 3-pointers. Kaylee Carlton and Shandell Parker, 2 of the seniors, had 4 points apiece. And Ashley Barlow had a bucket there at the end to put in 2 points for the Lady Dragons. And freshman Elizabeth Edmonds had 2 as well. So that rounds out your scoring here for your Lady Dragons. Talk a little bit about the donkey basketball thing you were saying earlier.
Yeah, again, just want to remind everybody, not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, December 1st, we do have donkey basketball here to support the Costa Rica trips. Mr. Alex Lute is taking a group of, I think mostly high school students, might be a middle school student here or there. I think some siblings might be going along as part of it too or something. I don't know. But mostly high school students going with Mr. Lute over to Costa Rica, and a few of the teachers going over as chaperones as well, and they're trying to generate as much money as possible to offset the cost. He does a good job he's a Spanish teacher here and does a good job of trying to get the kids aware of the culture and the background of the Hispanic cultures and that sort of thing. And this is an opportunity for kids to go over and actually see some of the stuff in person and come out, watch some donkey basketball, and eat a little Costa Rican food on December 1st. Again, a reminder, the advance tickets on donkey basketball are $6, $8 if you come to the door, and meal tickets are $7 in advance, $10 if you come to the door. You can stop by the Culver Community Middle High School office for more information on purchasing tickets. I don't know if they're directly at the office, but I'll tell you right now, the ladies at the office desk, they know where to send you for just about any question you have here, but that would be certainly one that they would be able to help you with as well.
All right, another action tonight on RTC TV4. Caston defeats Lakeland Christian. Rochester defeated Lewis Cass in girls basketball. The Caston game was boys basketball, so the season opener for the boys for RTC TV4. And going to have a big one on hand tomorrow night. The Culver Cavaliers and Coach Tom Kruger going to start their season off down at Rochester against the Rochester Zebras. Ought to be a great game. You can watch that on RTC TV4 and RTC4.com. Saturday, we got a lot of stuff going on. We've got Winnemac girls playing Rochester. We've got the Culver boys here versus West Central. And we got a couple of games that we're going to hopefully get on some tape delay, with a tournament over at Tippecanoe Valley for the girls and a tournament down in North Miami for the boys. And a lot of action. We just continue to roll out the action. We're going to be down, John Hines and I and Gracie Pearson are going to be down at Lucas Oil on Saturday and getting some sideline stuff for the Pioneer Panthers football team as they go for their 2nd straight state championship.
Excellent.
So I'm looking forward to that. Going to have the nice sideline pass, and yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We didn't go down last year, and I kind of regretted it, and not going to miss the opportunity. So a lot of good stuff going on here. Coach Dewar is over there talking to Mr. Ross, and I'd love to get Coach Shedrow up here, but haven't seen her make her way back out. So, hey, if you're ready, I'll say let's just wrap it up here for tonight. And we'll call it a night where the Lady Dragons defeat the Lady Cavs 40-22 and take the bell back home to Argos for Mike Bushman and
Noah Pratt.
Steve Stricker saying goodnight here from John R. Nelson Gymnasium. we'll see you tomorrow night for some Culver boys action down at Rochester.
Yep. Have a good night.